No one judges you in the church. No one is judging you there. Even if you're failing in life, even if you're out of shape, everyone loves you with the love of God. So no one is actually going to tell you, hey, dude, listen, you're getting too fat. Okay, you need to start working out. It's for your health. Everyone is smiling. Hi, brother. Welcome, brother. No one is telling you the truth. When you come out there in the world will tell you the truth if you're a loser or not. Real time, step into the club. If you're out of shape, if you're broke, you're going to see people walk past you like you're nothing. If you're in shape, you look good, and you have money in your pocket, you're going to see people come towards you. Okay, real time, you see it. And that's the advantage of the world where you learn to go hard or go home. What's up, guys? This video is supposed to be an exclusive video just for the people who follow me and I follow back, And I don't really want to make it public, but it depends. I might just make it public. But I just want to talk about or rant about where I'm at spiritually, because some people don't know where I'm at. Okay, they feel like I'm just saying some stuff on my status and I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, my journey in the Philippines has been a very crazy one. And if there's anyone who can talk about the existence of God, or God being good or God being bad, it's me, because I've watched my journey from beginning to where I'm at right now. I've not gotten to where I need to be, but over the years I could talk about my spiritual journey. I'm speaking about this because my journey has been a very interesting and crazy one, and I'm a very observant person, and I've watched my journey from zero to where I'm at right now. I've not gotten to where I need to be, but I could speak a lot about my spiritual journey and my real life journey from when I started to right now. It has been a crazy ride for sure. But yeah, I'll try to let you know a little bit so you don't see me as someone who is just like poking your belief system, and so you now see me as your enemy or someone you hate so much as because this person is making what you practice look bad or terrible. Listen, I've practiced whatever you're practicing. Like if there's anyone who carried Christianity on top of his head, it's me, okay? I've served in more than 20 churches all my life. I'm a musician. I've been playing in churches all my life. I'm 30 right now. I've been doing this since I was like 14, 15, 16, okay? I played in a lot of churches already. And I was born in a pastor's family. So when I'm talking about religion, I'm not just saying it from someone who's just sitting down in the congregation. I was born in that system. Okay. I was children president. I was teenagers president. I was all these things in the church. So when I got to this point where I'm like, oh, okay. I've heard all the stories. Every pastor is twisting, and manipulating the stories to their own benefit. But I have a very simple question for you. Has the Bible God worked for you? That's the simple question I have for you. You have the answers to this question. Now, when you talk about as the Bible God works for you, I'm not talking about, oh, I went through school and my parents sent me money, they sent me my rent, they sent me my food, they sent me my tuition and everything, and God is good. Listen, there's difference between God being good and your parents being good to you or your community being good to you. Okay, it's two different things. Tell me one breakthrough or one answered prayer that you have that did not involve your hard work or your sweat. That's one very important question I want to ask you. Like, okay, I got this job. Were you qualified? Did someone open your door and knock on your door and say, God said I should give you this job? No, you were qualified for it. You worked hard for it and you got the job. Okay? Whatever you're doing right now, tell me because I feel like we are wired as human beings to believe that we are not powerful. Like, if anything supernatural or amazing happens in our life, it has to be God. If a good thing happens to you and you are involved in it, like you worked so hard and that good stuff happens, come on, you should give yourself some credit. I'm of the opinion that when people pray, they're talking to themselves, their higher self. And when they say the Holy Spirit told me, their higher self told them. So it's like you're talking to yourself and yourself inside you is replying you. Okay? Because at the end of the day, whatever good thing that has ever happened to you in this world, either happened out of your hard work, either happened out of the connection you had, or happened because you were from a great family that has money. There's no two way to it. Okay? I don't think anyone comes down from anywhere and God will say, my son, give this person a job. Come on. Listen, when I'm saying these things, it's coming from a place of experience. I've seen a lot in this my lifetime. I've prayed, I've hit my head on the wall. Lord, I've done all that. Nothing happened. Nothing. And it's not because I'm ungodly, because that's what Christianity tries to make it look like. When you pray and the answer doesn't come forth, they make it look like you're not praying enough or your faith is not strong. No, shit doesn't happen unless you make shit happen. That is just the fact of the matter. Like the moment I stepped my foot outside the church and started rendering a secular service to the world, my life started becoming way, way, way better. When I was serving in the church, I was eating like a beggar, like 300 pesos every week. That was the only thing that I had in my pocket. 300 pesos every week. The first day I played in a bar, I made 3,000 pesos. I played on Thursday again. I made 3,000 pesos. That was 6,000 pesos in 1 week. I didn't need any other person to advise me, to tell me that I don't need prayer to sustain myself. I don't need any of this. What I need is to render a service. And since that day, I started rendering services or looking for services that I could render. Okay? Because the fact is, majority of the people who are in the church are there for God to do something for them. You cannot even deny it. You're there because you want God to do something for you. Okay? And that's why your grandfather was in the church. That's why your father is in the church. And that's why you are in the church also, because you want God to give you some kind of security, financial security, health insurance, and all these many things. That's what you need God for. And you cannot even deny it, because if you were sure that you were going to live for 100 years and you're going to have money in your pocket and everything is secure, you might not be in the church anymore. If you're aware of the fact that when I die, I'm going to go to this place and my life is going to continue there, you're not going to sit down in the church anymore. That's just the fact. But because you are uncertain about all these things, you don't know where your next money is going to come from. You don't know how healthy you're going to be years from now. You don't know what is going to happen when you die. So Christianity comes with some kind of solutions or some well sketched structure to life. Every pastor is chasing legacy. He doesn't know what he's saying, but he speaks about it with conviction. It's conviction. Same way an influencer on TikTok or Instagram can convince you to buy a product, because human beings are very vulnerable. Like anyone who speaks with so much conviction, we believe. Okay? People see the pastor like someone who has figured out the mystery of life a little bit, and that's why they're like listening to him. But the fact is, your pastor doesn't even know where he's going to go when he dies. No one knows the answers. Christianity tries to answer, Islam tries to answer, Buddhism tries to answer, all of the isms, they try to answer this question, but no one really knows the answer. So anyone who looks like, oh, this person has the next insight or rema, everyone will flock to that place. Oh, Pastor Adeboye has the answers. It feels like he has the real truth. Everyone goes there. Oh, Winners, Oyedepo has the answer. Everyone flocks there. Ogbueli has the answers. Joshua Selman has the answers. Oh, Koza. Everyone is basically seeking the mystery of life and trying to understand, why am I here? So any pastor or any imam or anyone who seems deep and who seems to have some kind of knowledge about the spiritual, becomes like someone to look up to. But in the real fact, you are the only one you have. Every time I sit down here in the balcony and I look at nature, so many answers just start coming. Okay, I don't need to watch anything. I don't need to hear anyone tell me about life. Just living my life and being very observant about every detail makes me understand that, whoa, okay, this is it, this is it, this is it. And that is the beauty of life. Finding answers by yourself, because the pastor who you're listening to doesn't have the answers. Your pastor is saying exactly what the generation before him taught him. The pastor in the previous generation is saying what the other generation taught him. They're just transferring it from generation to generation. The question is, has it worked? No. In a country like Nigeria, where's the proof that people serve God? Is there a proof that God is in Nigeria? Hell no. According to the Bible, if you're a Christian, you should be living in abundance, okay? 80% of the people who are crowding these churches, Redeem, Winners, Koza, this church, most of them are living a terrible life. They use their last amount of money to go to church every Sunday. And they pray and hope for the best. And they come back home the same. Next Sunday, they go back, drop their offering, and come back. Like, it's just a transactional gospel, basically. They're trying to give to God so God can give back to them. Okay? And that's why most people are in the church. Majority of the people in the church are in the church because they need something from God. The ones who are broke need God to save their life. Okay? They don't have their rent. They don't know where food is going to come from. So they need some kind of supreme being to save them from the predicament. Okay, that's why most of them are going to the church. And that's the goal of religion, to give you peace of mind and make you feel like you're contented with what you have. But that is a big trap. That's why you see someone who doesn't have even $10 in his bank account goes to the church and is so happy, he's so joyed, like life is beautiful to him. If a lot of people don't have religion, there will be a lot of suicidal cases, because Christianity or religion is that hope that some people have, that they can wake up the next day and say, okay, one day things will be better. The question is, will things actually be better over time? We don't know. Okay, your parents were praying, your grandparents were praying for things to be better. Did things become better? No, you're not so sure. But the goal of religion is to give you peace and contentment, would lead to. I was in the church. I know what it means to be in that state of peace where you don't have money, but you are in a state of relaxation and peace. When you come out from that system, that's where depression steps in, because now you know that this supreme being doesn't save anyone. You are going to save yourself from poverty. Okay, and that's where depression steps into the picture, because you're now like, oh, so it's only me that would save myself, and that starts making you sad. And that's why people start abusing alcohol, drugs, and all that. That's the trap. No one judges you in the church. No one is judging you there. Even if you're failing in life, even if you're out of shape, everyone loves you with the love of God. So no one is actually going to tell you, hey, dude, listen, you're getting too fat. Okay, you need to start working out. It's for your health. Or so no one is going to tell you, bro, I think you need to put in more work. Okay, you need to get successful. It's very important. Okay, no one is doing all that in church. Everyone is smiling. Hi, brother. Welcome, brother. No one is telling you the truth. When you come out there in the world will tell you the truth if you're a loser or not. And that's the only thing I learned about the world. Okay? The world. They give you the truth. If you're a loser, you would see that you're a loser. If you go to a club, for example, right there, you're seeing winners and you're seeing losers. You're seeing people who are in shape get more attention, and you see people who are not in shape being walked past. In the club, you see that real time. They tell you the truth. The world tells you the truth. And that's the crazy thing. In the church, no one is telling you the truth. Whether you're a loser or you are not doing great in life, no one will tell you. Everyone will like, oh, love you, bro. God bless you, bro. No one is telling you the truth. Okay? But in the world, real time, step into the club. If you're out of shape, if you're broke, you're going to see people walk past you like you're nothing. If you're in shape, you look good, and you have money in your pocket, you're going to see people come towards you. Okay? Real time, you see it. And that's the advantage of the world, where you learn to go hard or go home. You know, because it's tougher out there. It's easy to just settle for the church because no one is going to judge you there. No one is going to judge you there. You can be failing in life and sit down in the church and still worship God. I love you, Lord. You died for me. Everything is going to be okay. No one is going to judge you, okay? But come out there in the world. Let's see how long you survive. You know, it's harder there out there in the world. My son, go to this place. This man will give you a job. If you don't have the skill, if you don't have the experience, if you're not equipped for the job, you're never going to get it. Okay? That's the only thing all this my journey taught me. Because I had the phase where I would pray, and wish that, oh my God, someone would just tell me, bro, you're so anointed. I see greatness in you. Take this. No. That never happens. It only happens in movies. You know, and I'm the type that I don't really kiss ass. I don't try to please the pastor, daddy, so you favor me. No. If you don't see me what's investing in, then it's fine. I'm going to do shit myself either ways, you know, because that is it. That is my journey in the Philippines so far. I've seen people invest money on people I'm better than, but because this person is saying, boss, daddy, because they're serving, they get to benefit from that system, you know. But I'm not like that. I build my own shit by myself. That's how I am. Okay, so I don't worship people. I don't kiss ass, you know. And that is how I've been able to navigate in this country. And I can tell myself that no supreme being is actually making things happen. You are the supreme being. You are the God right there. Okay, I said it earlier. What is the ratio of your answered prayer to your unanswered prayer? And the answered prayer that you consider answered prayer, which one happened without your work or your hard work or your skill? Which? Tell me. I need you to be honest to me or honest with me. Like, which of the things you consider an answered prayer didn't involve your hard work or your skill? It tells me that even if you don't pray or believe in God, just put work in, you're gonna get results. Okay, and that's the only thing I can say. Every time I talk to my parents, we talk about the same thing. Like they keep telling me this, that. It's prayer, 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 prayer. I've been praying for 30 years of my life. My parents have been praying. My neighbors where I grew up have been praying. Everyone around me I grew up with has been praying to the same God. Do I see God in their life? Not really. Not really. So I don't need anyone to advise me to tell me that no one is actually listening to your prayer. It's a bitter truth, but the fact is no one is listening to your prayer. You're just talking to yourself and replying yourself. That's just the fact. It's hard to accept, but that is just the truth. Because there's no other way you can explain this to me. If you think your prayer has been answered because your family is sending you rent, money for food, tuition, and all of this, and you think, oh, God is faithful, God is answering my prayer. Your parents are answering your prayers. Okay? If you want to know if God is answering prayer, lose that connection with your parents. Tell your parents, don't send me money anymore. Tell your husband or wife, don't give me anything. Tell your boyfriend or girlfriend, don't help me out. You know? Tell your church, don't help me. Okay? Just live your life without any of this foundation, without any of this backbone. Live your life without that. And if things good come your way, then I'm a liar. I'm saying all this because most people's journey through life is that, okay? Their parents sponsors their schooling throughout, gives them pocket money for food. They graduate from school, and someone in the church community or their family community gives them a job, okay? And they work, and someone in the church, a girl in the church likes them, they get married. That's most people's journey through life, okay? So you can say, oh, God is faithful. That's why I don't trust. If you've not experienced hardship, I cannot listen to your gospel. I don't trust your belief in God. If you've never experienced a Job type experience, I can't listen to you though. Okay? And when I say Job type experience, I'm talking about hardship that lasts for years. Okay, I'm not talking about, oh, my parents were supposed to send me money last week. It delayed for 1 week. I didn't have food to eat. Then the other week they send me money. No, I'm talking about living somewhere outside of home and you don't know where your next meal is going to come from. For 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you're praying simultaneously, nothing is happening. And the moment you start putting in work, things starts becoming better. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the experience that no one can take away from me. Okay? Because it's easy to say God is good when someone is sponsoring everything involving money. So God is good. Yes. But when you're not getting anything from anyone and you're strict up survival mode, that's when you can prove if you love God or not. You've had everything you wanted all your life. You've gone to the best schools. You didn't think about your tuition. You didn't think about rent. You didn't have to think about anything. You come out from that. There's already family business for you. You get married and you're standing there saying, God is... No, your parents are good to you. Your parents are good to you. And your parents were good to them. So just shut up. You know nothing about God's goodness. Just shut up. Now think about it critically. Right now I'm sitting on this seat and there might be an ant under my butt, like yelling or screaming, save me, Chucky, I'm dying, I'm passing out. I might be the God to that ant. Do I notice the ant? No, because I'm a way, way higher species than the ant that is below me. Okay, I can't even notice if I'm stepping on an ant or an organism. I can't notice it because I'm way, way up there. Okay, so my question is, why do we human beings feel like the species that is above us is actually looking at us and caring? Every day we wake up, we buy chicken or buy beef or drink milk or eat a plant or something. We're all dominating the species that are below us. We don't really care so much about them. Like we eat chicken, we eat beef. This is animals that are below us. We consume them without feeling guilty. Like when was the last time you held a Jollibee chicken and you're like, God, this was actually a life that was living. No, we don't think about that because we feel entitled to dominate the species that we're greater than. We don't feel guilty. So why do you feel God is going to be caring, that God really notices you because you're... Come on now. Think about it critically. Sometimes when I'm alone, I'm thinking, what if death actually is the higher species meal? What if that's what they eat? That's crazy, but sometimes I think about it because I don't think I care so much about an ant. I can see an ant on the ground right now and just step on it. I don't feel guilty. That ant probably needed me to have mercy on it, but did I care? No. That's why when I see the storms, the typhoon, and all this stuff, I'm like, people are praying. Why do you think the higher species will care when you don't care about the lesser species? You know? So that's how I see things now. That's where I'm at. I don't believe that there's one God somewhere who is waiting or trying to help you. I believe that you are the God and you have the power to turn your life into what you want it to be. Okay? It's a blank canvas, like I said in my Instagram story. You have the opportunity to sketch your own life to your taste. Okay, you're in your own universe. Every time you go out there in traffic, you see a lot of people going somewhere. Everyone in their car is the hero of his own movie. You're seeing on the streets like thousands of cars moving, and every single person in that car is the actor, is the main character of his movie. So everyone is the main character. So if you see life like that, you understand that your only goal in this life is to create your own world. Make your world as beautiful as you want it to be. Okay? No one is going to save you. Sitting in the church would not save you. Okay? Nothing will save you unless you save yourself. If you're lucky enough to come from a rich family that you don't have to think about existence in this world, great for you. But if you come from a family where you're not rich, no one is going to save you. No one is going to knock on your door and say, my dear, you were reading John chapter 3, and I was reading John chapter 3, and God said, give you 1 million. Hell no, that's never going to happen. It happens in the movies, but not in real life. Okay? So that's the biggest thing you will realize, that no one is going to save you. You're the only one who is going to save yourself. Okay? And if there's anyone who can talk about that, it's me. Okay? Because I've lived in this country for almost 10 years solo. Okay, I've seen the worst things of life. Like, I don't look like it, but I've been kicked out of an apartment. I've starved for years back to back. Okay, I've experienced the worst things in life. Like, there's nothing you can even tell me. And amidst all this, I was praying. I had a community of church people I was around. But everyone sees you like, oh, I don't want to get so close because this guy might be a collateral damage or it might stress me out financially. So people keep their distances. As a matter of fact, I've experienced more good in my life outside the church than when I was in the church. Most of the significant good that has happened in my life in the Philippines came from people who don't believe in God. They don't go to church. Okay, the places I lived in where people gave me free accommodation, these people are not die-hard Christians that are praying every day. No. I remember once I didn't have my rent. I went to a club. Inside the club, someone saw me and said, bro, you're so talented. You're so talented. I want you to work in my studio. Okay, and you think I'm joking. Here is 5K. This is to bribe you to come next week. That was my rent. I was in the club on the 28th. My rent was expiring on the 30th. While I was in the church, no one ever did that. No one saw me and said, bro, I know what you're going through. Take this money. I didn't experience that. Never in my lifetime. You know, so you would expect that in the community of God, that is where, but you would only experience these blessings inside the church only when you bow into the pastor. Daddy, 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 you're the best. Daddy, thank you. You've been a blessing to my life. These are the only people that get to benefit from the church system. And that's the same thing that happens in the secular world. If you're close to the boss or the CEO, he's going to promote you. If you're friends with the CEO or if you have a great relationship with the CEO, you get promoted. Same thing happens in the church. If you no, I don't bow to anyone just because of benefits, because majority of people who are in the church are there because they want something. Okay? That's just the fact. You will tell me, "Oh, I don't need anything from God. I just love God." Shut up. Shut up. You know? You need something from God. That's why you're there. I've been all over the place, but I just really hope you understand the way I see things and why I talk the way I talk. Okay? Because I've seen a lot in this country. So many things I would only talk about later in the future. You can make things happen without any of the spiritual gymnastic and all that stuff. So, thanks guys for watching. This is basically it though. I just needed you to know that this is where I'm at spiritually. Things might become different later on in life. I can decide to go back to the church or get a new revelation and see that, okay, this is actually the way. But right now, where I'm at in my life, I don't think any supreme being saves anyone from anything. Okay, I don't want to learn about Paul, Peter, John, Jesus, and all these people in the Bible who are not from my race. I want to learn more about my ancestors who are black, who are from Africa, and these are the things that matter to me more. Okay, I'm not from Israel, I'm not from Jerusalem, I'm from Africa, I'm from Nigeria, and that's the only thing that matters to me. I can't be learning about someone who lived in Bethlehem and all that stuff. I want to learn about someone who lived in Africa,